Oh my gosh, I've been on the block 5 times. The only thing that I could have done this time to stay was win something, okay? Like I knew that, look, we're getting to a point where I actually have to win veto and or HOH. And when I didn't win HOH, devastated. When I didn't win veto, gutted. And at that point, as soon as I lost the veto, I was already like, okay, what do I need to like? I think I need to pack my bags because I knew my fate was sealed at that point, and I knew that was the only way I could change the outcome of this sort of trend that was happening in the house. Being on Big Brother All Stars versus being on my original season, which was BB11, I think is dramatically different. On All Stars, it's awesome because the caliber of players was so elevated. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I was like the lowest caliber person in there, and I was very aware of it. I was like, so that was really awesome. Everyone was, very aware of the cameras and very sensitive to talking and speaking their mind on this season. It was like everyone was very aware that you can't really share what you really are thinking because that can kind of really corner you. So it really made for this time to be a little bit more awkward than versus on season 11. There was a lot of people who didn't know what they were doing, and so like they would share what they would think. They would actually have real conversations, which actually is really detrimental in this game. But it made for me to have it felt like more of an authentic experience on my original season. And Also too, I was on the side of the house that was kind of in the majority running things on my original season. So I was able to experience that feeling of like, oh, I can just totally be myself and not fear repercussion because there's people who got my back. And so I could really enjoy myself the original season. This time, every single day I was living in fear. Every single day I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sunbathe just so I can like have a conversation with this person because I'm hoping that maybe they won't, I can convince them to not target me again. Like every moment was like extremely like, how can I like make sure that I survive one more day? And it was so anxiety ridden. So lots of anxiety in my original season. I mean, lots of anxiety on All Stars, kikiing and gossiping and just having fun in my original season. Representation for me is hugely important, and I cannot believe they aired some of those conversations on television. I genuinely was just having these conversations, just saying, hey, look, I just want y'all to know, like, this is very important to me. And then to know that it actually aired I teared up when Julie clued me in on this on my eviction interview because I thought that was kind of winning in some ways because there's only really one winner of this show, and for me to really talk about important issues, considering that there's a lot of serious things going on in this world right now and in this country right now, to have a moment of a serious and important conversations was an honor, and I actually am hoping that it came across I would not be a good representative of some of the issues that I personally represent. I'm a member of the LGBT community. I am an African American person as well, but I'm biracial, and that sort of other being otherized is a unique experience that I could not really share with many people. And I'm hoping that people watch that and related to me and felt like, hey, there's other people like me who feel the same way. So gooped and gagged that potentially aired. If Big Brother were to ask me to play again, the truth is, if someone said, hey, do you want to scratch at a lottery ticket again, you kind of would say yes, wouldn't you? Like, it is like the ultimate lottery ticket. Like, it has the best odds. 1 out of 16 to win $500,000. I would scratch at it. The reality, though, is I would have to have extreme serious conversations with a husband, because this time alone, I had to convince him. It took a lot of manipulation to get him to be okay with me being on this season. So I personally would, but I don't know if my husband would allow me to.